Hi everyone, Tom here from the WB Trading team, and in today's video we're going to walk through the 3 questions that only profitable traders know the answers to, and to see if you can answer them for yourself. And if not, we'll lay out the answers for you as a helping hand. This is another video written by one of our in-house coaches, Asri, and it's a great one too. You'll learn a lot from today's video, so stay tuned, please watch right through the end so you don't miss anything, and let's get into it. Just very quickly before we dive in, if you're still struggling with your trading, or you'd like to know more about how mechanical edges are traded, I've put together a free video course for you that will map out and explain everything in detail, along with walking you through exactly how the mechanical rules actually work. If you'd like to watch that after this video, I'll pop a link in the description. You can click through and you can watch that straight away. Now, let's start by talking about strategy hopping. And this will make sense in a second when we get there, but I want to touch on that and how to avoid it, because it's an absolute killer that we see standing in the way for losing traders time and again. See, we've all been there. I've been there early in my career. We all do it when we started out because we don't understand edge, probabilities, statistics, none of it. That's all stuff that you learn when you're ready to become profitable. But thinking back to when I first started trading, I began by using a fundamental analysis approach. So off I went. I'd read the news, I'd try to plan a trade around the impact of the news, and more or less from there, I'd just hope for the best. So, for example, if I read on the Wall Street Journal or the Financial Times that the Reserve Bank is going to increase interest rates, away I'd go buying banking stocks, hoping to take advantage of the possible share price rise, right? But with this approach, I was always left wondering 3 things that I now know are critical. 1, what should my entry price be? Where and when should I actually take the trade? 2, where should my stop loss go and why? And 3, where should my take profit go and also why? I just couldn't answer those questions, and while I didn't know it for a while, I now know that the problem was I didn't have a trading process or a trading plan. So on I went, attempting to trade using fundamental news, and on I went losing money. Unsurprisingly, right? And soon after that, I threw in the towel on the fundamentals and I moved over to learning about indicators. And as we all do, I devoured YouTube content looking for free education, and more specifically looking for a strategy I could take away and implement, to make millions. And as we all know, and as that saying goes, free education, it's worth every penny. Anyway, in the end I found a technique called BBMA, which stands for Bollinger Bands Moving Average. And after learning the trading approach, I'd basically load up on the Bollinger Bands indicator and a moving average as well. But again, I found myself asking that familiar set of 3 questions. What should my entry price be? Where should my stop loss go and why? And where should my take profit go and why? See, the overall strategy seemed simple enough to follow, but the YouTube videos were just missing those 3 crucial things. The concept was there, but the rules were not. And I found this to be a recurring theme, as I jumped from strategy to strategy, all of them free ones that you're able to learn online. And whether it was Bollinger Bands and moving averages, or it was a smart money strategy, or it was some other very general and useless concept, none of them coming with clear rules that allowed me to understand those 3 things, those 3 really crucial things. Because without them, while I knew roughly what to do, and more or less where to do it, I realised that my actions were just inconsistent. Every day my entry would be slightly different. Every day I'd be trading a different market. Every day my stop loss or my profit would be different based on my interpretation of the markets. And as I now know, this was the reason nothing ever worked, because I was missing the answers to those 3 questions. What should my entry price be? Where and when should I actually take the trade? Where should my stop loss go and why? And where should my take profit go and why? In the end, because I didn't have those answers, I just foolishly followed through the different strategies, and I took trades, often without a stop loss and also without a take profit. And I ended up taking small wins when I was right, which I'd snatch at greedily because I didn't truly know where to get out of trades, and also because I never knew when to exit a trade. Those losing trades, those losses just continued to grow, resulting in some fairly significant account destroying losses. And inevitably in the end, I received a margin call, which is something none of us really want to experience as traders. This is one of my losses. It was so big, the broker basically notified me to say they were closing the loss out on my behalf. And kind of after that experience, the thought process was basically back to day job, forget about trading. But even then, there was still that feeling in my stomach to say, look, you can do it. You just need to find the answers to those 3 questions, and you can do it. So, after a short break, I jumped back into trading, back into learning, with a focus on finding the answers to those 3 crucial questions. And this is where we came across WB trading. And remember, this is written from the point of view of Azri, one of our team, but for myself as well, my experience is very similar. So one thing that Azri points out that grabbed him really and stood out was the fact that the mechanical approach was so different to what the other strategies he'd previously been looking at taught him. They answered those 3 questions. They tell you exactly where to get in and why, exactly where to put that stop loss and why, and again, where to put that profit target and why. And this was all step by step with statistical proof behind them. And after around 8 long years of struggle, fast forward almost 2 years, and Azri at a stage where he was not only profitable, but funded by a proprietary trading firm and trading full time. Now, let's just kind of review basically. See, trading full time, it's not a pipe dream. We can compare it to, say, being a bodybuilder. It takes time to lose that fat. It takes time to gain that muscle. And it takes commitment in going to the gym every day, training, following your regime, following your routine, and also, following those dietary rules that you need to put in place. You can't just walk into a gym and walk out, the next day with a 6-pack. I wish you could, obviously. Yeah, it'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? But just like bodybuilding, trading takes time. It takes a plan. It takes a process. And above all, it requires the answers to those 3 questions that only profitable traders know the answers to. By the way, if you'd like to learn the rules, behind those mechanical edges that we use in WB trading, so you have those answers and you can stop strategy hopping, I'll pop a link in the description. You can book in a call with one of our team and we'll run you through how they work. Anyway, I hope that helps. I really hope that's added value for you. And as always, here's to your success. Bye now.